Patty Kazmier.
I'm Samantha Bradford.
Excuse me, cold, so I didn't drink my water. I'm a member of the Facilities Committee along with Kara Richardson, so I'm here to talk to you a little bit tonight about our facilities and some history as we saw in finance, and as well as some look to the future of what we can anticipate with our facilities. I thought I would start with a view of the district as a whole. As Brian mentioned, we have a very large district, 72 square miles, and within the state of Illinois, being a unit district, which is pre-K through 12 plus transition program, by Illinois standards, we're a pretty large district. Within our 72 square miles, we overlap or are in all of 12 municipalities and 4 counties. So kind of looks a little bit like the state of Illinois there, a few little lumps and bumps. If I could draw your attention to some of the decorations on our map, you'll notice that the red stars are noting our district schools. And we have one early learning center, which is adjacent to Prairie Middle School. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. We have 8 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and it's important to note that each one of our middle schools has a mobile unit that contains 6 additional classrooms, so 12 additional classrooms as a whole. And of course, our beautiful high school that we're in right now. The blue stars are noting other district buildings that we have right now. The one is the administrative center, which is located in the center of town, where all of our administration is except for building principals. And if you notice on the far side of the map, Woodland School. Woodland School has been used to house a variety of educational programs since I've been involved here. At one time it was a middle school. That was before we were a unit district, and it's been an elementary school, and most recently, actually up until 2 weeks ago, was our early learning center. The early childhood program moved out of Woodland to move into its new location adjacent to Prairie just last week. Last but not least, you see a black diamond on the screen, and that's noting our LifeCo program. Now, our LifeCo program is a program that serves special education students that have outgrown the high school but are entitled to services until the day before their 23rd birthday. And this program is in space that we're leasing from St. Michael's Episcopal Church, so it's close to the church. It's actually a house. And it provides real-life experiences for the people involved in this program so they can transition into the workforce or enables them to live life as fully as they possibly can. Okay, total square footage of the district. I know Brian already kind of stole my thunder on this one, but we do have over 1,358,000 square feet of physical space in our district. That's a lot to take care of. And we spend a lot of time doing it. Our committee meets at least once a month, and we have a great staff from the business office all the way down to buildings and grounds crews that really help us take care of this. Last but not least, the green dots. The green dots indicate locations where we have property for expansion. The property in the north is adjacent to North Barrington School. The property, kind of the green dot toward the center of the map, is on Kelsey Road, just north of Route 14. And on the southernmost part of the district, it's the property next to Rose School, where there's enough space to build a new building. Next slide. As the Finance Committee mentioned, over the last 20 years, the district has received a significant investment from the community in terms of buildings. And the board's been committed to maintaining this investment. And we've done it in a couple different ways. Day-to-day maintenance from our buildings and grounds crews, and more significant repairs that we fund through what we call summer projects. And over the past 10 years, we've actually spent a little over $20 million on summer projects. Some of the larger ticket items for these things would include roof repair and replacement, renovation of the station media center, safety and security modifications. That might be new doors in the classroom that have the correct handles on them to meet safety code. It might be cameras in hallways at the high school. We've also had significant electrical HVAC upgrades to our technology rooms, because as technology expands, we've needed to change with that. Technology equipment throws a lot of heat, and so we've been in a pinch a couple times where we've had to act quickly based on changes in technology. We've had to use significant HVAC equipment for those spaces. In addition, we've done a lot of flooring and window replacements. Now, these are some of the things that the district is funding. However, I think it is extremely important to worth noting that many of the things that you see in our buildings and outside of our buildings are donations from community-based groups. Almost every piece of playground equipment in this district has been donated by an organization. Enhancements, most recently, enhancements to the Barrington Community Stadium. The Friends of the Stadium raised over $1 million to provide the synthetic turf and something personally I'm very grateful for, the indoor plumbing. Smart boards, most of the smart boards in our district have been purchased by PTOs or other organizations who've made a commitment to technology. And you have to believe me that the list is so long that I could talk on forever and I don't want to hear all that. However, the groups that have funded it, PTOs and booster clubs, ongoing support, the District 220 Educational Foundation, the Friends of the Stadium, and other community groups. Barrington Junior Women's Group. There's a lot of groups within the community that support the schools in a lot of different ways. And annually, these groups actually spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on our district as a whole. And I think that that's very important to worth noting, because really we couldn't do what we do without them. And it's always been a real collaborative partnership to figure out what's most needed, and then people have come and stepped forward to help us get that. So we look forward to continuing those collaborative relationships. Just to go back a minute to the Buildings and Grounds Department. Over the past couple of years, we've had some shifts in the way we've thought about things. We've taken a lot of projects on in-house that we normally would have subbed out to a contractor, which has saved a substantial amount of money. One of those, the most immediate thing that comes to my mind is some landscaping, significant amount of landscaping that was installed behind Roslyn School between the subdivision adjacent. The district had to do this. It was part of the intergovernmental agreement with the village of Barrington when Roslyn was built. And we saved significant amounts of money because our own crews did the installations as opposed to paying someone else to do it. And finally, I have to give them a little bit of kudos too. We have to comply with the Illinois Green Clean Schools Act, and that's part of, we have a strategic plan strand about environmentally sustainable schools. And we're very, very proud that we use eco-friendly cleaning products. And forgive me, but I have to read this. And our district has earned the SIPC Stewardship Award from the Schools of Illinois Public Cooperative, which is significant because it's, we may not have LEED certified buildings, but having this award is something that we're very proud of. One more slide. Now, this is a slide devoted to the Early Childhood Center. And I'm so glad to say that we can finally check this off our list of board goals. This has been on our board goals, or something we've talked about ever since I've been involved in the district. It's a brand new building, I mentioned earlier, adjacent to Prairie Middle School, 37,000 feet of space that has been built specifically for early childhood students. And so that means the toilets are only about this big, because 3- and 4-year-olds, that's about how tall they are. There's special lighting that's unique to special education students. There's a lot of very special things that we try to be very environmentally friendly with our lighting, things like that. The building opened its doors last Tuesday to students, and we were lucky enough to have our board meeting there last Tuesday night, and we were able to tour the building as well. And so I would like to extend an invitation to all of you that on Sunday, November 7th, between 2 and 4, we're going to have a community open house. And it would be great if you could all come walk through those halls and see something that we're so proud of. It's a great building, and we came in on budget, which is a very significant thing. I also wanted to mention that as you tour the building, you'll see a playground, and that playground was donated in its entirety by Richard Stevenson through a collaborative relationship with the District 220 Foundation. So that's something we're very grateful for. Okay, so what does the future hold for our facilities? The good news is most of our facilities are in good shape. That doesn't mean that we don't need tweaking here and there.